All right. Did you get the notifier? We are recording. All right, team. Would you help me understand, what does success look like for your team?
Take it away, Bruckman.
Yeah, I'll start it off. I would say, I mean, it does have to do all with customer experience, because our ultimate goal, I mean, is to retain those customers, and they will go on with word of mouth to tell other people about it. And we really focus on making sure to treat, even like if someone's ordering a pack of seeds for $4 or $5, we're going to treat them the same way we would as someone that's buying like 5,000. Because if you treat those that way, then they will go on to tell someone, and that next sale can turn into a $2,000 or $4,000 sale, whatever it may be. So all we do is basically based on customer experience, and then also front of mind is just increasing sales month over month.
Yeah, a lot on that. I mean, it's about consistency, just like you said, treating one customer the same as you would the other. I mean, it's just the right thing to do for each and every person. It's how you'd want to be treated, you know, anywhere that you'd go. If you went to a restaurant, or if you're purchasing something on a website or at Target, it's, you know, treat them how you'd want to be treated. It's pretty simple. We try to keep it simple.
Awesome. So along that journey to achieve those outcomes, right, that great customer experience, being consistent with it, there's likely things that arise along the way, that challenge, that create obstacles, right? Things that we have to overcome. So if you think about that, recently or fairly recently, what are some obstacles or challenges that you've faced as a team that you've had to overcome?
I would say with Megan joining the team, trying to train is becoming an obstacle, but I think with the use of our chat that we have going on, Matt kind of headed this. We are figuring out who is going to train her when, and so I would say that would be an obstacle, just gathering and rallying as a team to figure out the best way to train Megan.
Awesome.
For me, I'd say it's about workload. I mean, we've been really busy and we're distant. So what the team chat has really been a helpful thing. You know, we're so used to just leaning over our shoulder or just being able to communicate very easily. You know, that's been a little more of a struggle, but I think we've adapted to it really well. And a lot of times it just boils down to communication, and sometimes it's hard communication, but it's just making sure that everybody knows what everybody else is doing or what everybody else isn't doing, so we can make sure that that base is covered, or somebody's getting that taken care of. At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We just want to get the job done, make sure everybody's happy.
Yeah. What do you mean by hard communication, Matt?
There's just times where, you know, we might think that somebody's, you know, we see a task that needs to be done, and everybody's thinking somebody else has got it. But at the end of the day, nobody's done it. So there's where sometimes it's difficult, but you just have to say, you know, hey folks, we need to embrace these things. You can't let that thing slide. And that's where it's, you know, part of it's being a little bit of a parent. And, you know, we never want to, you know, we're all peers, so we don't always want to treat each other like a parent-child. But sometimes somebody does have to step up, and I need it just as badly as everybody else. Sometimes I need to be told, hey, get this done. The customer's waiting. You know, email that PO, whatever it may be. But we all need to hear it.
Matt's being really modest. He likes to if something gets missed, we talk, we speak up, we tell him, we point it out, we say, hey, you know what, let's not make that same mistake again going forward. It's something that can't be missed, especially right now when we're in neck deep right now and we're as busy as we are, and it's you're trying to do everything possible. So it's having that clear communication, but being just like Matt said, I don't know, you're not talking down to anybody, not being demeaning. You're just trying to spread that communication and to your peers. So it's tough love. Yeah. It can come across that way sometimes.
Yeah. To go off of that, like the workload, it's just, I would say we're a team of 4 and we really do like the work of like 9. It's just so fast paced too. And you can't let one call hamper the next one. because basically then you won't give them the best experience. And it kind of goes back to what Matt has always said, it's stick and move. So, I mean, get done with it and forget about it and keep moving. So you're going to make mistakes, but just fail fast and grow quicker. So
I think some of the obstacles that I run into are not being in the office, obviously. I mean, we're all facing the same thing with this COVID, but we all work at Rckstr and we all are kind of the same people. We like to share stories. We like to have fun. I mean, we're all hard workers, we know that, but being in the building is one thing where you can, mess around. And I think we do a great job at, shooting GIFs and memes and keeping it light to each other. Cause I mean, we can all take pretty rough calls. We can all have rough emails and have customers that just beat us down. But then, then Heather will send me a GIF like, or her son will put something in and pull her out of the screen real quick. and I laugh, and it makes it fun. So, but I think we've done a great job of keeping that same mentality going, even though that we're not sitting right next to each other right now.
Yeah. So there's a conviction to achieve the outcomes that you described in the beginning, make for success for the team, right? Mm-hmm. What are some of the ways in which you challenge yourself to approach receiving feedback to ensure that it is received well and acted on?
I think a lot of it has to do with trust. Like we all know that none of us are trying to be malicious when we're trying to teach each other things. So I think the first thing is just having trust between the four of us.
Yeah. What develops that trust?
Hard conversations, tough conversations.
Being open, knowing each other's not just work life, but outside of work life, just having trust in everything that we do inside and outside of work. It makes it a whole lot easier to talk to somebody when you know who they are. You can kind of develop those relationships and talk to them a certain way as opposed to if you don't know what's going on in their life and you don't know what might be hampering them down or whatever. But
it takes the personal out of it. I think when we really know each other and trust each other, we can have that better conversation, because even where I come off really gruff, everybody else on the team knows that's how I am, and they know it's not personal. So they take it for what it is. It's not what I say, it's how I say it. So they can kind of see through the, how I'm saying it and know that what I'm saying is what they should be focusing on.
I still take it personal. And then I regroup and I was like, okay.
Well, Sean, you point out something that is important. Do we love to hear when we're not doing something?
Oh no. I mean, because we all want to be right. It's tough. I mean, it's not comfortable when you're in the wrong. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm way comfortable being wrong. I send Heather and Derek emails every day like, oh man, can you fix this order that I've messed up? So, but yeah, we all rely on each other to do everything. And it's, being able to ask for help when you need it, and being able to ask if somebody else needs help when you think that they might need it is kind of where we're at.
Well, and embracing the opportunity to learn. As you're saying that, Sean, there's so many things that we just don't know.
Yeah.
And if we're able to just open up our mind and just be able to embrace that opportunity to go, okay, how do I not do this again? I want to make sure that next time we're doing it right and out of the gate.
It's kind of like the entire Rckstr mentality. We're constantly growing. We're fluid. We're not just going to get to a certain point and be like, okay with it. We're going to keep trying to grow. And with growing, you're going to constantly be learning and, changing. So it's all a learning process every day. So.
Absolutely. So you mentioned trust is like one of the core things for you to be able to continue to move forward as a team. And what I'm hearing is it's a trust that the individual sharing the feedback has what's in the best interest for you, as well as what's in the best interest for Rckstr.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's indicating that that's what your team members are working towards?
Look at our results of the past year.
Yeah, and that's a lot of it is. It is a lot of result based, I mean, numbers that we're looking at on a daily when we look over our sales from this year over last year, our calls from this year over last year. And it's just, you can feel it when, like, for example, Matt was on vacation last week and there was 3 of us and we're like, oh boy, all right, strap on your boots because here we go. And it was just like, and you get through the week, but then come Friday at 6 o'clock, you're like, well, what just happened? But we got through it. But yeah, it's you can definitely feel that we're we're climbing, and the results are in the numbers. So it's fun.
So those results really that gives some confirmation of things. Is there anything else that indicates to you my team members are committed to those outcomes?
I would say whenever we need to stay late, I mean, I think a lot of us stay late over half of the time. We even work on Sundays. So I think our commitment to ClickStop, I think, shows in that way, I would say. Maybe that's one
How
way.
did that come about that you start working on Sundays?
We have to. Otherwise, we are just so stressed out Monday morning.
Yeah, Mondays became a bit daunting. So it's like you can either work until 8 o'clock on Monday night, or you can get a big majority of it done Sunday and then come in Monday and be at a reasonable starting point. So
Yeah, like
we collaborated and we talked about it, and it was a group effort that we're like, this needs to be done, and let's do it. And so we schedule our hours throughout the week around it. And
you would have a choice though not to, right?
Yeah.
Like but it sounds like you collaborated and said that's what we're going to do. When you look at the behaviors, like these behaviors are stated as an expectation, and they're also a support, right? To say, as an organization, this is how we're saying is our expectation of how we work. It's how we want to show up. It's our filter for how we make decisions. It's what drives us. It's what drives us forward and creates great results. So as you reflect on those behaviors, what are the behaviors that you believe are contributing to the results that you're seeing within your team?
Yeah, I know communication for me is paramount. I mean, that's the one thing that just being really open and honest with each one of us has been huge.
Yeah, I'd definitely say communication, enthusiastic. I mean, definitely during busy times, you got to stay upbeat. I know you can definitely get drowned, but it's one of those things where, once again, it goes back to treating every customer the same. Taking like 40 to 60 calls and chats. So just really taking the time to unwind and send something funny like a gift to Sean, Matt, and Heather. I mean, anything to take the edge off. I mean, it's going to be beneficial going to that next call or chat. 2, strategic. I mean, we've changed around responsibilities quite a bit to fit the needs of the team. So, and that's where we're willing to do anything and everything to make sure everything keeps going smoothly. And then decisive, I think, is a big one too. You can't just turn around and ask someone a question about an order or put someone on hold. You really have to kind of make that decision and basically just own it. So whether it's a mistake or it's a success.
Well said.
Yeah.
I also heard in that decisive category that you've reimagined situations to discover best solutions to challenges. That's why there's some work going on Sunday, right? Well, guys, I know we're at our time limit. Any closing statements that you would like to provide to our team as it relates to how we work and the work that we do?
I miss you guys. I love you.
I miss
I'm
all
gonna
of
give you
your
a big hug.
faces.
I
miss
just want to
everybody.
touch you. Sorry.
That was weird.
Yeah. Made it weird, Matt.
Not as weird as this hat made.
Oh no, love the hat.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this describes us to a T. I mean, we're basically just fun, loving, and I mean, determined to get the best outcome. So we'll do whatever it takes.
All right, Al. Well, thanks for taking the time to share it. Thanks for the work you're doing.
Love you.
No problem. Bye.
Oh, this was clapping.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.